Hey guys, I am back again. It's still Friday, and you know what? 100 vaccines in 100 days. Biden said he was gonna do that. I'm happy that it was done in 40 days. So you know what? I was like, I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna put Fox News on because I want to hear it from them. I want to see what they said. Because when Biden initially said this in January, everyone in Fox News, journalists, pundits, guests they had on Fox News were saying Biden can't do that. He's doing too much. He's asking too much, too soon. And they were even saying the best Biden could do is 100 vaccines by the end of 2021. Right? They said, no, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. It was all quiet. I didn't hear anything about coronavirus or vaccines and Fox News other than their Tucker Carlson asking people to question vaccines and Sean Hannity saying if he's going to take a vaccine because some of his friends are telling him don't take it, but other friends are, who the fuck cares? He's a 50, 60-year-old guy talking about his friends are telling him to take a vaccine or not take a vaccine. If I want to take a vaccine, two of my best friends aren't taking vaccines, I'm going to take a vaccine. I'm not going to listen to my friends. Like, what the hell? We're grown people. We're not kids on the playground. That was the only vaccine talk they've had. So today, Friday, March 19th, it's come out. Biden's reached that goal. Not even reached that goal, but surpassed the goal he wanted to do when he said, vote for me. I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that. He reached that goal before time, before schedule, right? So you could complain that, he's not going to reach it. But when he reaches it, what does Fox News say? I want to hear it from them. So now today they're saying Trump should get credit for that because Trump started the vaccine rollout in December 14th, December 15th. When Trump was still in office, the vaccine rollout started, right? My mom is 70 years old. My dad is 60, in his 60s, right? We live in New York freaking city, the #1 city in the planet, the most advanced city in the planet. And none of them could find any information in getting vaccines, right? Before Biden was in office, right? We don't live in Idaho or Utah or some rural trailer park. We live in New York City where information is everywhere, where stuff is done quicker than things everywhere else. And my parents couldn't find vaccines. Not only they couldn't find vaccines, there's no information in the internet. There's no information being mailed to them. The only thing Trump talked about in December, from what we understood, was when the vaccine came out, he kept saying, I told you guys, it's going to come out. That's the only thing Trump said. And the only thing he talked about the whole of December and January is election fraud. That was all his focus was on that, right? They have White House schedules of his daily meetings and briefings. It was all about calling people about election frauds. There's nothing COVID related, right? So December, Trump didn't do anything COVID related. In fact, the vaccine rollout program that Trump supposedly had in a big binder they're showing people, you have the plan for the vaccine, was empty. There was nothing in those pages for vaccine rollout. That's why around Christmas time, people are like, oh, where do we get vaccines? Although, not just New York, all over the country, there's no plan for distributing vaccines. None, right? States were trying to do it in their way, and they were even like struggling because it's like, we can't do this. We need some federal guidance to help distribute this. And that was the conversation in December and January. Biden came into office, a plan got stamped down. This is what we're going to do, A, B, C, D. There was a plan. Biden came with a plan. He said what the plan was. He said maybe we might not reach the goal of 100 vaccines in 100 days. Fox News laughed at him. He's senile, he's old, he's this, he's that. He's not reaching that. Today now they're saying, oh, he reached it, but it's not his, it's not, he shouldn't take, Trump should get credit for that, right? Trump should get credit for vaccine rollout in March, right? The playbook that Trump left, and Trump and his administration, Mike Pompeo, Kayleen Conway, I'm sorry, not her, the new press secretary, they literally were in December saying we're not helping Biden do anything. We're not cooperating with Biden. There will be a peaceful transition to a second Trump presidency, right? That was the discourse in December from that administration. From Trump's administration was, we're not helping Biden. We're not doing anything with Biden, right? That was publicly said by them. It's publicly known in the media. It's publicly known in public. They weren't helping Biden. Biden came into office. The COVID playbook was empty. There's no vaccine plan. Trump hadn't attended a COVID meeting since the summer, since June, July. Trump did not attend a meeting that was happening in his own house, in the White House. Those meetings weren't happening in Pakistan or Tasmania. They were happening downstairs in the White House, and he did not go to his own meetings for the whole half of the year while people were dying every day, right? And December, the thing that pisses me off, December 6th, the week of December, the first week of December, right after Thanksgiving holiday, and the waves were coming in because of the holiday travel. One day, like I think 3,800 people died, and it said that was the worst American, in a single day, the most American deaths in a single day. More so than a hurricane that happened in Texas in like a long time ago, like the Galveston hurricane where a lot of people died. More people died in a single day, more than 9/11. And Trump did nothing. The only thing he talked about and his administration talked about was election fraud. Trump is president, Biden's not president, count the votes, recount the votes. That's the only thing he talked about. When people were dying, he didn't do anything. He didn't attend meetings. There was COVID playbook was empty. The COVID vaccine rollout playbook under Trump was empty. Biden came in with a hot plate of dog shit to work with. And he surpassed what he's promised us, right? He not only did what he promised, he surpassed it. Celebrate the guy. Put a flag on your lawn, like I said, right? Trump is dead. Forget about Trump. Fuck Trump, right? Trump left office doing nothing for anyone but himself, right? Facts. Prove me wrong. All right?